somebody asked who are some of the breakout players for the Longhorns in 2023. I mean, obviously Quinn Ewers could be a breakout player, but the name you kept hearing through Spring Rod was A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah.
A.D. Mitchell.
Over and over.
That was kind of like the camp MVP
Mm-hmm.
on the offensive side. And that can be, if A.D. Mitchell becomes, a guy that he came here to be in more of a diverse passing offense and wanted to come back to the state of Texas, AD, because, of course, he was playing for the national champions at Georgia and could have stayed there, could have tried to win a third national championship. He's here. We've talked about that receiver depth. That would be one guy that jumps out for me on the offensive side, who could be a breakout star. And who's this guy? He was the breakout star of the spring game too, Rod.
Yes, he was.
And who do you look out on defense that could be a breakout big-time player that we haven't talked a lot about? Is there one? I mean, Alfred Collins was maybe the most pleasant surprise of the camp.
Yeah, the hope is that, and we've been hearing a lot about Alfred Collins trending in the right direction. If Alfred Collins has a breakout year, it really could change. It really could change the upside, the ceiling for this defense overall. I do believe if he's performing and playing at, his level of expectation, which is that, he's a guy that can be an NFL player. If he's playing at that type of level, which we haven't seen consistently, we just seen flashes of it, I do think the upside for this defense is tremendous. So he's a guy you look for as a breakout player. Another player that I think this year could end up having a breakout campaign. I don't know if he is a breakout player or maybe he's already had that breakout year. I think Jaron Thompson is kind of lined. I mean, he's the elder statesman in the secondary. He's been in the system longer than anybody else. I've heard his remarks about film study in the offseason, that he's got into film study, the chess match within the game, the cerebral part of the game that I talk about, getting guys lined up. And he's going to have to do that, right? Jalen Catalon is going to be a new member of the secondary. He's going to know the scheme, but he's not going to know it as well as a guy like, Jaron Thompson. So he'll have to get guys lined up. He'll have to, be the guy who makes the checks and kind of the audibles from the back end with that defense. And I think it could be a big year for him. Heard about him making some plays in camp too, making interceptions in training camp, in the scrimmage. That should be a guy that you look for to have a breakout campaign. He should be a consistently dependable player back there. What you really want are ball hawks, guys who go after the football. And I'm hearing that cornerback spot, if it's going to be a young Malik Muhammad, watch out for him because he's forced his way on the field. I think they thought the cornerback spot at the field corner would be not an easy determination about who's going to be the starter. I think the coaches were projecting it to go a certain way, and then Malik Muhammad, the freshman, made their job difficult, which is a good thing. Because he forced his way on the field by making plays in those last two scrimmages and trending in the right direction. So now he's in the rotation for corner. They like what he's done. It's also talk that they like what Gavin Holmes has done at corner. But I think that Malik Muhammad's a guy to look out for because he just seems to – I keep hearing about him just making plays. He's just a playmaker.
Manny Muhammad, true freshman from South Oak Cliff.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Gavin Holmes, the transfer from Wake Forest. And there's a chance for the folks looking for breakout stars, three of them – or breakout players, three of them could be your transfers with A.D. Mitchell. Jalen Catalon is likely to start at safety and brings a real edge to the back end. And just, Sark has talked about how he set the tone for them as a tackling team, a guy who just tackles through ball carriers, bringing that aggressive style from Arkansas. Well, that's why he's had shoulder injuries, right?
Yeah.
Very aggressive player. He's not the biggest guy in the back end. And then there's, Gavin Holmes, the Wake Forest kid who's been pushing. Because as you said, the field corner, you kind of thought it was going to be Terrence Brooks.
Yeah,
the sophomore out of Little Elm is the guy, and Manny Muhammad has pushed his way, and that's healthy competition, right? That's the good kind of competition.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be my question, where we know against Rice, the depth chart is one thing because everybody's going to play, and it's going to be a very hot day, and you want to get as many bodies on the field as you can. But against Alabama, who runs out there as your number one corner, as your number one right guard?
That says it all. That says it all about who you trust.
Yeah,
who you're going to play.
If you're going on the road at Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
And you need to bring, is it going to be Terrence Brooks? Will it be, who's going to play right guard? Is it DJ Campbell against that Alabama team? Nick Saban's going to try to push you around and try to get physical in that game. Looking forward to it.